Hi guys, welcome back to TNT Tea Time with Tina. Thank you so much for tuning in today for another one of my videos. I appreciate you so much. You could be doing something else, but you chose to watch my video, so I truly appreciate you. I hope you have your tea so we can have tea time with Tina. If you don't have your tea, you can pause the video and go grab you a cup. Today's tea of choice is, of course it's going to be backwards, but it's going to be raspberry zinger is what I'm drinking today. Raspberry zinger herbal tea is my tea of choice today. So today, guys, I'm gonna get a little up close and personal with what's going on in my mouth. As I've told you in previous videos, I have Fanconi syndrome. So in my early 20s is when I realized that my teeth were starting to get loose. It was it was obviously a shock to me. I started to notice that my two bottom teeth were starting to separate, which they started to have like a pretty big gap in between them, and they start to do something like this, like a V look. So I was like, okay, something's weird, and it kind of just started. It gradually happened. So the V started to, it started off as small, and then it started to just get progressively wider. So I went to a dentist, which obviously the dentist didn't have any idea what was going on, so he referred me out to a periodontist. So I went to go see a periodontist, the first periodontist. Well, that periodontist couldn't figure it out either. So I was referred to another periodontist. Still no resolution, no answer. They were just all puzzled. They couldn't understand because otherwise my teeth seemed pretty healthy. I wore braces for many years. I had a pretty nice set of teeth, especially after getting the braces off. So there was really no reason why my teeth should be doing what they were doing. And then I was having the bone loss, so they were noticing that the bone was deteriorating in my gum as well. So they just couldn't come up with an explanation. So the teeth progressively got worse, and to the point where they were just about to fall out. So a dentist went ahead and just pulled them out. And because I guess because the teeth had did so much shifting and moving, I remember the dentist telling me that they were gonna make me a partial. I wish I still had the partial, but I lost it the day I did the Channel 5 news, which I said in a previous video. Tea time. 1 second. So yeah, I lost the partial the day I did the Channel 5 news, so I don't have it anymore. But the partial actually had 3 teeth. So so technically I had 2 teeth missing, but because the space was so big and he couldn't get a partial to fit in that amount of space, he said I'm going to go ahead and just make the partial with 3 teeth. But he said nobody will ever notice, and which is oddly, I wore that partial for uh, well over 20 years, 20 something year, 25, probably closer to almost 30 years. I had that partial, and nobody knew I even had it in. Nobody even knew I was struggling with what I was struggling with. I remember when I was first going through the tooth loss, I went through a very deep depression. I was very emotional behind it. I cried a lot because I was so young and I just didn't understand why are my teeth falling out, like what's going on. And then once those teeth started falling out, then it's like the back ones, some of the ones back here just started to break. I would eat my food and I would notice my teeth just brittle. They would just break. So then here I go having to get those, pulled out and root canals, and it's a lot. And sadly, as everyone knows, dental work is expensive. That's why I held on to that partial for as long as I did, because it was just going to be so expensive to get another one in. And um, I knew that what was going on in my mouth was progressively getting worse. So I knew, okay, well, I'm going to probably need more partials and more partials because as teeth keep falling out, I'm going to have to get something to fill it in. But yeah, guys, it's been tough. It's been a tough road for me. That's just I don't want to say minor, but that's something less serious than what I've been experiencing, obviously, because you guys have probably seen my other videos. But it's definitely a big part of my life, and it's definitely impacting me pretty deep. I get on here and I smile with you guys and I laugh and I talk, but behind closed doors, sometimes it gets pretty depressing for me with my mouth. And I'll say not only just because of the look of it, but because of the pain of it. I've been experiencing even more so lately, more irritation in my mouth. just uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. And so I've been dealing with that a lot. It's been tough. It's been a tough road for me. Um, you know, it just hasn't been easy for me. But I will say that I am going to a dentist next month, and I'm excited about. Finally, I'll be able to get everything done. I don't know how long. What's so worrisome for me is because I have more loose teeth. So I'm like, okay, so if I get a partial and they pull those, then what happens when the next one? So it's like one of them things that's got to kind of wait it out and see. But I guess that's in the future, so I'm not going to stress it as much. But in this video, I will show you guys a more in-depth look of my mouth so you can actually see what's happening. So you can get more of an idea of what I am dealing with when it comes to my mouth and probably why it affects me the way that it does. I'm a person who I like to smile. I like to be happy. I like to be around positive energy. I feel like when I'm not around a certain energy, I'm not comfortable. Like my spirit just doesn't feel comfortable. So I like to really try to be as uplifting and happy about life as I can possibly be due to the circumstances. So when something like is taken from you, and I say, and I don't blame anyone. Obviously, it's nobody's fault. It's just something that I was born with, and I just have to overcome. But it's definitely uh, it's not easy. I mean, to me, a smile well, my smile is everything for me. And when you can't smile comfortably, happy, in a way where you feel like you're always on guard, you feel like you're always looking to make sure it's just a subconscious that I deal with. Just I don't really know. I don't know. I'm struggling. And I'm on here, talking to you guys as a human like you are. So I have emotions, I have feelings. This is a part of my life that's been very hard for me. I've spent many a days crying, sad. I break down. Sometimes I'm just like, I just don't understand. But it's not for me to question. It's just how life is. So overall, I'm thankful that my body is progressively doing as it is. I mean, I'm still alive. You can't be happier than that. Everything else is the cards that I'm dealt with. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to do this video because I wanted to give you guys a little bit more an idea of what Fanconi syndrome has done to my mouth, and make people aware of this disease. If you happen to have kidney disease and you notice that your teeth are falling out, or your calcium is low, your phosphorus, potassium levels are low, you notice that you're tired, you notice that you urinate very often, you notice that you have a lot of bone and joint aches and pains. I'm trying to remember every symptom. Guys, it's so much. I'm so tired a lot because I urinate so often to where I literally am up most of the night, and when I'm out just trying to have a day out, I have to keep stopping and going to the restroom. So it's hard. I'm actually got some appointments coming up. Hopefully that will help to make it a little easier for me with my life, so I can actually be a little bit more, I can function a little bit more comfortably just leaving the house and stuff like that. But yeah, this has been a tough illness, and that's why I focus on it as much as I do, because I want to bring more awareness to Fanconi. I don't think a lot of even doctors know about the tooth loss and stuff, because I don't know if every Fanconi patient has the issue that I'm having. Everybody is different. But I have done some research online, and I have seen that this is common. That there is a Brazilian doctor or dentist, excuse me, who has determined that Fanconi is a result of some other patients that have the same issue as me. So it's a rare condition, very rare condition. So it's still a lot of research that needs to be done. And hopefully through my story and my testimony that I will be one of the vessels that they can get to the bottom of this disease. This isn't happening to anybody else's mouth, or just all in all. So yeah, this is just why I'm doing this. I thought about judgment, people saying things about me, talking about me, making fun of all that. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what I know I was called to do, and that's to share my testimony. And with my testimony, it's not always pretty. I want to help other people who might suffer from the same illness and disease as me and have no idea what's going on in their body, like what they're actually facing. When you have teeth start to fall out in your mouth, especially in the front of your mouth, your teeth are the barrier for your tongue, because you know our tongue is our speech, what, you know, part of our speech. So when your teeth are missing in the front, it affects how you talk. For me, I've always had a lisp, but my lisp has got progressively worse since I don't have the barrier, you know, of the teeth. And also, I'll say sometimes I have to concentrate. Actually, I have to concentrate a little bit more when I talk, because I have to make sure that my words come out clear, because it's a little it's hard to explain, but when you have this going on in your mouth, especially the front of your mouth, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get your words out correctly. So I find myself repeating myself sometimes, stuttering a little bit here and there. So it's things that come along with just with this. So most people think, well, dang, they're just getting their mouth done because they want to look pretty or whatever. But in my case, it has nothing to do with my looks. It has more to do with, of course, it has to do with me wanting to smile, you know, to my fullest potential, and not have to half smile or close smile with my mouth closed all the time, or you know. So it does have its benefits with the physical aspect of it, but for me personally, it's more of the medical part of it, so that I can, my mouth won't hurt all the time. I can eat comfortably. I can bite, you know, comfortably. I can talk with more comfortable. I won't have the pain that I have and all that stuff. So there's a lot that goes with this condition, and I want to, you know, take you guys along the journey with me. Like, I'm going to record from beginning to end for you guys, so you guys can see the beginning, which I'm going to show you today, and then you can see as a transformation goes on, the, you know, what steps have to be done, and you know, everything. You guys will be able to come along with me and see exactly what's going on. I'm fearful of the cost of all of this, but what can I do? You know, I have to do it. It's like I can't put it off anymore, because I'm going to show you guys in a second what's going on and why I say that. So, but yeah, I hope you guys understand why I'm showing you guys what's going on with my mouth and Fanconi. I hope you guys understand my purpose and my reason for this. Just let me get a sip of tea really quick. So I probably won't be looking directly at you for a moment, because I want to look away from the camera so I can see what I'm showing you guys. But I'm going to be looking away for just a second, okay? So I just want to give you guys an idea. I know you probably can see it when I'm talking in the videos and stuff, but I wanted to show you more about how the bone has deteriorated. I want to show you more about exactly what's going on. So bear with me on this, guys. Okay, so I'm pull my lip down a little bit so I can show you. This is the gum. Here you can see. I don't know how much the camera I'm sorry, I don't know how much the camera is showing you, but I want to show you how my gum has deflated in the front of my mouth. So my gum has kind of just, I used to have high gums like, you know, everyone else in the front, but now they're kind of just going down to just pretty much the bone is deteriorated, from what a dentist told me. A dentist that I actually went to that was familiar with Fanconi syndrome, and he said, you know, a lot of patients come in here and they tell me all these stories about why their teeth are like this, or they give me all these different, you know, reasonings and stuff. He said, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you probably didn't brush, you probably didn't do this. He said, but I studied Fanconi syndrome in dental school, so he said, stop feeling bad about this. This is not your fault. And he ran it down about my calcium levels and, you know, all that stuff. And he said, you know, you're okay, you're going to be okay. I didn't pursue seeing that dentist because the cost was just, I couldn't afford it. But it's kind of saddening for me, because he actually didn't know what was going on. He was familiar, and there's so many doctors and dentists that have no idea what Fanconi syndrome even is. So for him to know, I was like, dang it, I wish I could just stick with this dentist. But you know, it is what it is. But so I'm going to go ahead and keep showing you guys. So I showed you the gums, and then those where you see the gap at. I had 2 teeth there at one point years ago. Is when and like I said, in my 20s is when those teeth were extracted. Now I'm going to go to the ones next to it. These teeth, I'm sorry guys, it's hard, are now loose. This one's loose and this one's loose. I can wiggle. I can wiggle them. So those 2 teeth next to here will need to get extracted if they don't fall out before I can make it to the dentist appointment. Because when you look at the top of my mouth here, the spaces are starting to come, because I don't have, and here on the side here, I have quite a few missing, and then on this side I have some missing as well. So because you know, your teeth, when they're tightly together, when you start having all these open spaces, that your teeth start to pull apart, and that's when you notice some people have, like, or for me personally, have a gap here. Eventually, if I don't get something done, I'm pretty sure they'll all just start to separate, to the point where I have spaces, in my like all these teeth here will start to move this way. So yeah, so that's what's going on in my mouth. I want to show you guys what Fanconi has done. In spite of everything, I still smile. I'm still happy. I'm still blessed. I'm still thankful because I'm here. I'm alive, and God has spared me to be able to share with you guys. And whatever judgment comes my way, or people say things or make fun, because we live in a world that's, unfortunately, it's pretty cruel. Some people don't understand, and they can be, say things that aren't kind. So hopefully through my story and my testimony, people will see, and understand my reasoning and my purpose, and I don't know, but it's not easy. This is not easy, you guys. This is very, 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 very difficult, because for many years nobody even knew that I wore a partial. You can probably ask half the people that I know, and ask them, were they aware that I had all this going on? And 99% of them, well, I'm not gonna say that high, that's a little high, but I'm gonna say about 85% of them will say, I had no idea. I hid it well. I hid my tears well. I hid my sadness well. um I hid it well, and but I'm human, and I hurt like everybody else. I have, you know but it's just teeth. And in time I will get them taken care of, no matter the cost. It's gonna happen, because it's gonna have to happen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with Tea Time with Tina. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit emotional, and I hate doing this on camera, but it's just like, it's just so, I think I spent so much time emotional behind this. It's been years that I've been dealing with this, years. And then when I just keep wiggling teeth and they keep falling out, and I'm chewing them, it's like, what in the world? It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to, on top of everything else that I have going on. But like I said in the previous video, God won't put more on you than you can bear, and I 100% believe that, and I know that He has my back. I'm gonna get through this. So guys, thank you again so much for tuning in with Tea Time with Tina. I love you guys so much. I wouldn't even be able to even come out and share my story if I didn't have the support from you guys that I have. You guys have been amazing. The comments, just the people that reach out to me, and the things that people say to me is just so sweet and so kind. And hopefully this gives you a little bit better idea of what's going on, because I mentioned my mouth in several videos, and at first I was a little subconscious about if people would be able to tell, but I watched the videos back so I can see that it's obvious. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more details as far as what was going on with that. And yeah, so I will take you guys along with me once I get the process started. Okay, so you guys all have a blessed, beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell, so the next time I post a new video, you will be notified first. And again, share the video out, guys. If many people that can learn about Fanconi or tooth loss, or whatever whatever, if people could lose their teeth for other reasons, whatever the case may be, if you're suffering from tooth loss, then 99% of you probably understand how I feel, and you probably deal with some of the same emotions that I deal with. So we're here for each other. Let's just try to motivate and uplift each other and get through whatever we're facing. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys. You guys just don't understand what it means to me and what you guys mean to me. Thank you. See you later, guys.